Welcome to Owl Tarot. Thank you for joining me. Well, it's been a while since I've created a video and pulled cards for all of you. I have no excuses other than the fear of being seen, and I'm working through it. But for now, I am here, providing support to the collective of love. This session is really important. This is a session that is close to me. This is a Course in Miracles reading. And if you don't know what a Course in Miracles reading or a Course in Miracles is, then it's okay if you don't watch it. But if you do know, then welcome. And I can't wait to see and hear your feedback. We have 3 piles. We have the pile 1 with the green rock, pile 2 with the black pyramid, and pile 3 with the tiger's eye stone. Choose your deck, and I'll see you in your reading. Pile 1, you selected the green stone, and you selected this card. We will not let the beliefs of the world tell us that what God would have us do is impossible. Instead, we will try to recognize that only what God would have us do is possible. Which I think it's absolutely wonderful. Pile 1, I'm sensing that you've been surrounded by naysayers, by people that don't believe in you, and they don't even believe in themselves. So every time you want to do something big and create a business or submit work or submit a book or submit something to the world to see, you doubt everything you do because it's been so difficult for you to get out of the you cannot do it mode. And I'm so sorry. Where everybody doubts you because they doubt themselves. I'm so sorry that you haven't had any true support. Anyone just to believe in you. No matter how many times you fall down, you get up and you try again and you start over. You get up and you try again and you start over. That's what you need to hear. Because nothing is impossible. Because you're worth believing in. You're worth it. It's been a dark journey. Sometimes even with partners, with loved ones. Because you've been tripping over the same rock, they might have lost confidence in you. But you can't lose confidence in yourself. You get up and you try again. Even if you try again and you change, but you have to change things. You have to change your approach. You have to change your mindset. You have to do some work. Believe in yourself first, and then others will join you. You have to approach it as if it's the first time you're doing it. It has to be like, all right, I am going to do this channel. this YouTube channel, this tarot reading channel, and I have to approach it believing that it's going to be successful, knowing that there's going to be some setbacks, but you get up and you keep trying. You get up and you keep trying and see it as if it's the first time you're doing it. Don't bring with you the baggage of the past. And I would go as far as to say, don't even tell anybody you're doing it. Just do it. Your tendency to criticize yourself is, if it's an Olympic sport, you would probably win the gold medal. I know, and I'm sorry. I know that it's not easy not to listen to that inner critic. But the inner critic, it's not real. And every time you choose not to listen to the inner critic, every time you win. Drink lots of water and say, today I have a choice. Today I have a choice to listen to the divine within me and not the inner critic. And I choose to listen to the divine within me. I don't care if you have to say it every 5 minutes. Don't resist it, but know the truth. Don't resist the voice of the inner critic, but know the truth. Are those thoughts real? No, they're not real. This is how you're going to start over again. Stop listening to the inner critic. Approach it as a new project and leave the past in the past. And do drink lots of water. I feel like you need to confide in someone you trust to help you keep you accountable. I know that's hard. Hey, best friend, I'm gonna start something. I just need you to show up for me and say, hey, did you do something today? That's it. And even when I push back and get annoyed and get irritated at you for asking, please don't give up on me and keep asking. Because you deserve to be seen, to be heard, to be loved, to be accepted. And your work does too. What did you come to offer the world? Maybe it's a coffee shop. Maybe it's a tarot reading. Maybe it's a book. You deserve your words to be heard, your energy to be seen, and to be loved and respected. You do feel like you do have people in your life that you can trust. It's time to get up again and try again. I believe in you. Pile 1. I hope you do too. Thank you. Pile 1, I'm sorry, but this just came. This card was hidden within the other cards. Thank you for willing and trying to give all of you to the world. Thank you for your service and your support. Believe in yourself. because I believe in you. Thank you. Hi, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the Black Pyramid, and these are the words. There is a place in you where there is perfect peace. There is a place in you where nothing is impossible. There is a place in you where the strength of God abides. Pile 2, what I'm sensing is I'm sensing that there's a need for you to understand that you are strong, you are capable, you are loved, you are seen, you are held. Sometimes we think we're here in this world, but we're home. Deep down inside our hearts, there's a strength and there's a knowing that we are the light of the world and love, and we're home. Heaven is within us. And sometimes when challenges arise around us, we feel displaced from that place of peace within us. But it's an illusion. Go back, center yourself deep within, and you'll see the truth. You'll know the truth. You are the light of the world. You are heaven on earth. And many see that inside of you. Accept it. Accept that you are the light of the world. Accept that responsibility. And accept that because you are the light of the world, the more you are surrounded by people, the more healing you bring into the world. Durga. The goddess Durga keeps coming up for me for this reading. Durga is the goddess that kills demons. And demons are the thoughts that make you believe something different than the truth. You have a good foundation and a good union with your inner self, with your inner guidance. Believe that. Trust yourself. You are being guided. You are being seen. You are intuitive. You are a queen or a king. You are gifted. You are a psychic. You are a medium. You're a quantum leap healer, energy healer. I mean, this is the reading of a healer, a reading of a being that is bright, a reading of a being that can see past the illusion. Remember that. You are going through a transformation where you realize that everything that scares you is you. You have allowed fear to control parts of you, but now you're going to be released. Everything is ready for you to reach higher levels. and bring brilliance into the world. You're going to allow yourself freedom, because all of that is under your control, nobody else's. Your third eye is going to be opened. I mean, if you were a healer before and you could see beyond the veil, you will be able to be in two different worlds. With this comes growth, responsibility, and union with self. You're peeling away the masks that have kept you clouded, that have kept you unseen, that had kept you in shingles. And you're going to be an enlightened one. All of you have chosen this moment to awaken. So, sometimes we think that we're too late, or I have to do something to awaken. I have to say something. I have to let go of things. I have to take ayahuasca. I have to take mushrooms. You don't have to do any of that. It was all about timing. And now you will see different. This will happen within 1 to 6 months. Don't betray the world and don't betray yourself with holding on to any expectations of how this is going to be like. Every experience is different. Allow and accept. Allow and accept that you are the Holy Son and daughters of God. Thank you, Pile 2. It's been such a pleasure. Hi, welcome back, Pile 3. You selected the Tiger's Eye stone. And as I pick out your cards, I'll read the card that you selected. What you see reflects your thinking. And your thinking but reflects your choice of what you want to see. Conflict and toxic environments don't exist. Only in our minds do we give them energy. Do we give them meaning? In other words, if we see conflict projected outside of us, there's something within inside of us that is creating the perception of conflict. How about we try to see things differently? For example, I was getting a town hall ready, a virtual town hall, and we had a location that we were getting technologically ready for the event. And the person that manages that particular place has always had this, I guess you could say, attitude about who comes and who goes, what they're doing and not doing. She just feels very overly opinionated. And as soon as we walked in, she rolled her eyes, and it just hit me somewhere deep inside. And I said to myself, I could see this as toxic or as she has a bad attitude, or I could see it differently. So as I start thinking about it, she knows she's going to be hosting her building for over 300 people. She's stressed out because she's running around doing other things, and yet she has to be available for us. And for that moment, I said I choose to see that she's stressed out, and this is her reaction to stress. And I was able to let her go. I was able to forgive the world for that moment and not create an energy of toxicity within inside of me. I'm not really good with the I don't know how to, I don't know if it's analogies or what, but it's like a bull in a china shop. Sometimes we think we're right, and sometimes we're not right. Sometimes we create perceptions. Sometimes we think that the story in our heads are the right story, but sometimes we miss out on different perspectives. Tell yourself sometimes maybe this isn't the whole story, and hold your judgment. We don't need more judgment in the world. Remember that this is a dream. This place is a dream. And when we're in our dreams, our unconscious minds have a big role. And sometimes we have a really gnarly dream and we wake up and we're like, I can't believe I said that, or I can't believe I did that in my dream. But it's our unconscious mind. So when we are awake in the dream, I hope you could keep up with what I'm putting down. Most people are reacting from their unconscious minds. That's when the compassion comes in. And you could say, stop for a minute. That person is dreaming right now. We are all on the same boat. We're all dreaming a dream. And the more we can be compassionate and present for those around us that may be having a bad dream, the more we could create great service to the world. It's about sharing your wisdom when you're called to. You don't need to do it all the time, but people may ask you for your opinion. When they ask you for your opinion, say it. And just be still and truly listen. When you're thinking of what to say during a conversation, you're not listening. Being present is being fully present, energy, body, mind, and soul. I think that's what the world needs right now. It's very interesting. Like, I've started this reading and I've have this feeling of wanting to stop. And I guess I'm sorry. It feels like There's been a lot of betrayals in the reading that the people that chose this deck, that chose this pile. We are passionately wanting to help, and then we get rerouted, and we feel like giving up. And this is you feeling like, F the world, I'm just gonna give up. I'm not gonna do or say anything because whatever I do or say, it's not the right thing. It's not that. Don't take that attitude. That perception isn't real. For this pile, it's about being invited to speak. It's about timing. Your power is so strong that some people cannot digest what you're saying. The timing has to be perfect. The invitation has to be given for you to speak. If you practice silence, you're going to know when to speak. You're going to step into your magic. Stillness, presence. That's when you'll find out who you truly are. When the world will see you for you. Sometimes wanting to share your wisdom is ego. You'll know when it's God inviting you to speak. And then when you speak, it's going to be so magical that even people from the past will hear your speeches, will hear your sound, and be like, oh my God, that's powerful. Why couldn't I see them before? They bring a community together. They bring love. They have so much to offer. They have a ton of protection. They have ancient wisdom. Now, say goodbye to the old you that interrupts people, that is excited to speak. And say hello to the new you, the wise crone, the wise woman and man. I'm so sorry nobody heard you. Nobody understood you. I'm so sorry you couldn't see past the wanting to be seen and accepted. Now, you will be seen and accepted. Be still and wait for that inner knowing for you to release your voice and speak. Thank you, Pile 3, for listening to this reading. Have a wonderful rest of your week.